Our
community.
So this topic, we are gonna talk about our thoughts about the vaccine.
In a productive way.
And huge disclaimer.
Yes.
Huge disclaimer. We are not doctors. I do not know shit about the vaccine. I don't know if it could kill you in 5 years. Please do not believe conspiracy theories. Do your research. And you're not promoting because government not paying you.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not a promotion.
Government, send me a check,
disclaimer.
please. Even though
Full
they
disclaimer.
send me an email saying no. But I hope you watch this and decide to pay us because we're young Caymanians, support local.
We're trying to help you get to that 80 percentile.
Yeah.
You're welcome. So what's the first question?
Shit, not really a question. Well, my thoughts about the vaccine.
Who's
At first,
vaccinated?
well, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Who's vaccinated?
Me. Fully vaccinated.
Oh wow. Okay.
So we're gonna tear each other's hair out.
That's what I see.
What?
I have a wild story about this.
80%.
Alright. That's what I'm saying. I wanted some people who went. All right.
Aw.
Why did you get the vaccine?
I just felt like it was necessary.
That's a good question to ask.
Why did you get the vaccine?
Same thing.
I got it. Well, at first I wasn't gonna get it because I was just like, I'm not going nowhere, so I need this vaccine for it.
Yeah, which is me at first, yeah.
And then no, my mom was just like, may as well just get it now before it's too late. And then for some reason we don't have none left for. So I was just like, may as well.
Same.
So that's why I got it.
I got it because one day my fam was like, "We getting the vaccine, you don't get it." I was like, "Yeah." So I just
Whoa, look at us.
Yeah.
Tagged along.
it was a good research. I couldn't be bothered.
Why did you get it?
Bro, honestly, I took it to go away and I found my visa expired.
That's real though. That's real.
No way.
Dread. That is
No way.
dread. Oh my
I
lord.
got it because I don't live with my grandmother. I live right next to my grandmother like this, so I see her like every day and I have daily contact with her. And she is in remission times 2 from cancer, so she is high risk. And also at some point, like I gotta go back and finish my degree. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to stay online. So.
Oh, and I also got it for travel reasons.
Traveling.
Yeah, because of the quarantine thing. Bad girl wasn't gonna stay there for 14 days, but I still end up doing it. So
I will say though, like when I got the vaccine, my father and we went together and we completely did it on impulse. Like we didn't look up anything.
Yeah.
That was wrong of us. Was it wrong? Yes, but we did it on impulse and we went and we did it. And then afterwards I was like, okay, make me like look up something so I can see what this is all about.
After
After the fact, my arm was stinging and bruising and paining me. I couldn't even move. And I was like, let me go see
But I feel like you would have scared yourself out of not taking it because there's so many false information about it.
But that's the thing with like propaganda, right? I think that like why they like we see now people like are kind of angry about the way government is pushing to get people vaccinated.
That's the main reason why I want to talk this.
They are like not incentivizing because that's the
that's what they are doing.
That's what it is.
But they're calling it other things.
But that's exactly
but the people that are mad about it are
Oh yeah, they're saying that the government is forcing them to take the vaccine and all this kind of
why are
stuff.
they forcing this down our throats and X, Y, and Z?
Yeah, I was just like, if government was forcing you, you would have had it by now.
Yeah, because we have government mandated vaccines already.
That's what I was saying, bro. There are 5 vaccines that all of us get when we're born.
That's why I didn't even research. Like I understand why you would research something, but I didn't because we've been here before, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
I don't have the expertise to argue down a medical professional.
That's what I'm saying, because there was an excuse of, why was this vaccine created so fast? I was
We're
like,
in
first of all,
2021, that's why.
I was like, first of all, we have new technology. Second of all, there's been no other disease that has affected the economy this much.
But isn't the COVID vaccine kind of like people like this? I think is one of the biggest pieces of misinformation floating around about it is that this vaccine is new. I'm not injecting myself with that because this is new. And it's like the vaccine, if you really think about it, is not new. Because they have been like preparing for a disease
or a pandemic
of this scale. Because at some point, like, who knows what will happen, right?
Exactly.
And I might be wrong, so don't quote me, but isn't it based on the SARS vaccine?
Yeah, that's what I read.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So it's like the COVID vaccine is like a modified version of that. So, and that vaccine is older. That vaccine isn't just like out of nowhere. But like in terms of just speaking about like how new the vaccine is, there's that. Do you also realize that the vaccines that you have already, those 5 vaccinations that we get anyways, like those have to be continuously evolved as well.
That's what I'm saying.
And the virus or whatever it is you're trying to protect yourself from evolves as well.
Mutates,
so it's like they have continued evolving that vaccine to create the COVID vaccine. So it's not something that's like brand spanking new that they just shoved up in a lab after a couple of months. They're like, yeah, we got
Exactly.
it.
And remember, remember, whenever there's a disease, right? Not to this big scale, but whenever there's a disease, researchers, remember, are not government, or they are government funded, but a lot of them are independent researchers. So they do their research, meet for like a conference and stuff, discuss, go back, keep going,
Testing.
and stuff like that. Now every single researcher is doing their best for this one vaccine. So of course,
and they have these trials before they push out the vaccine, obviously. So it's not like they're just winging it.
But yeah, another thing that people say is, oh, the vaccine is gonna track us, all this kind of stuff.
The
I've been talking
wait, can I touch on
Did I
that,
not
please?
say it?
Can I touch on this, please? The big reason why the vaccine has all this controversy and conspiracies because of religion. I am so sick of hearing it. If it was the chip, I'm pretty sure we would know. And the thing is, what? Oh no. And the thing is, I remember this vividly. Last when I was in quarantine, so this was like June, July. I kid you not, the security man, he's like from Nigeria or whatever, and he was like, yes, I'm Christian, blah, 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 you know, because I commented on his hat because it said something about Jesus. I was like, oh, I like your hat. And then we got to talking, and he's like, so I asked him slowly just to be like, this man can't be serious. I said, so you're telling me that there's a chip in my arm right now?
Have
and
you
he's
ever
like,
seen a syringe?
and he's like, yes,
Aside
ma'am.
from
And I was
that,
like, excuse, I was like, that's
aside from that being
like,
complete foolishness, let's look at it.
right? I just
The arguments of anti-vaxxers are what? They're not putting that in me, chip or whatever, or it's gonna kill me. One, you're tracked already. So whatever it is that
there
you
is
try
a
to
phone in your pocket every day.
You have a driver's license, you have a passport, you have a smartphone.
Trust me,
The
they
license
know how
plate
you are.
now?
You're surrounded by
They know
technology.
how you are.
So that still has passed, right? There's no
are
reason for the government to
present.
kill you. The government needs you to pay to stimulate the
Government no
economy.
business by me. Why
Why-
would they want to kill us?
Why are they trying to commit mass genocide? Does that make sense to you?
But common sense are common in more so.
That's why I say it just
don't get
sense.
me
It's
wrong.
just, that's
It
what I'm
makes
saying.
sense.
Don't get me
The
wrong.
arguments
This
for
is just me.
anti-vaxxers aren't consistent.
No, this is just
They
me.
don't
I
know
do
what's in
believe
it.
in
You don't
the
know what's
chip
in
thing.
anything.
I do believe in the chip thing. They'll come eventually, but we're not gonna talk about that. But I don't think this is that.
No, that doesn't.
Yeah.
Regardless, it don't make
Have
sense.
you seen a syringe?
Yeah.
That's what I say. And then
How would they put a chip inside me with that?
They think it's
No,
in the liquid.
because they're like it's super microscopic.
How microscopic?
They think
Girl,
it's
I don't know.
nanobites swimming through this liquid, and it's going to be implanted in your skin, and then.
That's what I.
And then
that's
another
what I
thing.
said, have you seen a syringe? I'll never forgive people for that. How
And
they
another
microscopic
thing,
me?
what is it that you're doing that the government has to track you down so?
that's what I said. Why you? What makes you so special?
Why
that
are
the
you so
government-
narcissistic that you think you're so
Like-
important that the government has to know what you're doing,
You
Bob?
think they care?
At all hours of the day. Normal ass Joe. Like, who cares?
Why did you so special? Like it just doesn't make
Are you gonna
sense to
kill
me.
somebody in the next week? Like you have to.
They do not give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
Right, and then they said, "Oh, the health issues, this." I'm
That's
like,
me.
bro, look at the food that you eat, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You
You
don't
go to
know
Wendy's
anything.
every day, and you worried about a vaccine.
You go to corners every day.
No,
You go
corners
to
is
corners
stressful.
every day.
No, don't do
Bro,
that.
Why are we doing
Go
that?
to Popeyes every day.
Bro, they're shooting heroin.
But that's what I'm saying, bro.
If anything, I think that's where they would put the trap.
They would-
Because how many people shooting up heroin? That's where they would put the fucking.
That's what I'm
people inside of
saying.
that.
They would
would've
sniff
been in
cocaine,
that
but they
packet
won't
of
take a
that.
vaccine. That's sick,
Anyways,
bro.
they know where you're going already. They don't care about you, but like if they need to, they know where you're going. They know about you already.
I feel like if you're like an herbalist or something, maybe I can try to
Yeah,
understand
that I
your point of
understand.
view. Like you don't want foreign things about you. Eat clean.
Because you were never.
Yeah, from the
Right.
jump, from the
So
jump.
it's
But
totally
religion,
against what.
I know that's why I stopped going to a specific church. But I know people that would hate on me just for taking pills because of my mental health.
Yeah.
So of course they're totally against medicine. It's like you fool because if you have cancer, you can sit there and pray to God and pray.
Yeah,
that
they
it
make
go
you
away
pray
right
it away.
off.
Why?
No, you need to
And then you
take-
drop down
God
next
tell you, God gave us common sense. He wants us to use it. He wants us to be smart.
Yeah.
And the people who
Yeah,
don't
all
believe
that
in
stuff.
medicine, you have a rude awakening. When you wake up, you can see God, and God will be like,
You should have took the medicine.
He done gave us common sense.
So that Tylenol, girl.
I disagree. He gave us sense. It's just not common.
Oh, you're right.
I think okay. To transition from this, I think a reason why government is trying very hard to incentivize this, I think we have to look at this whole situation objectively, we have been very, very, very lucky in Cayman to not experience the pandemic the same way
For sure.
that the world on a global scale has experienced it, right? We're privileged.
And again, we're spoiled.
We are COVID free. You all realize that we can all sit down in this room
None of us have
and
to
not
wear
wear
2 feet apart,
masks,
yeah.
not be scared or anything like that.
Can touch anything.
Yeah, this is impossible in other countries right now.
Very much.
And I think that we have been in this kind of bubble for so long that a lot of Caymanians are
They're
getting
forgetting.
stuck. They don't understand like the gravity of the pandemic.
Taking it for
outside
They
of
haven't
Cayman.
moved away.
Taking it
Which
for
is,
granted,
why,
yeah.
which is why they're like, yeah, let's open up. We can open up. It'll be fine. Or I don't need to get the vaccine because we're okay here. And it's like they don't realize that the rest of the world is not set up how we set up now.
Do you think that goes back to the whole entitlement thing?
Of course.
Go
Yeah,
back to
100%.
I think so.
100%.
No,
I
I do
disagree.
because
Maybe a different degree, but yeah.
I do because remember when India was struggling to even get vaccines, and my aunt was like,
Oh, yeah.
Caymanians are so spoiled.
Yeah.
The fact that government
But-
has to push our people to get to that percentile,
Yeah.
and there's people dying, hoping
Just
and
literally
praying
begging,
for us,
literally
begging for our
begging.
vaccine, and they don't have
that's
enough.
That's
also
sad.
one of the reasons that I got the vaccine too, because my friends in the States, people the same age as me, they're like, we don't know when we'll be able to get access to that.
Imagine.
And it's like, we're very
Wow.
lucky here. I don't think it necessarily ties back to the kind of entitlement that we talked about earlier. I just think it's an issue of ignorance and simply not understanding what COVID is like outside of Cayman because we haven't had to live
100%.
No,
Like,
no,
we
no, no,
haven't
no,
had
but
to
even those who
live
have lived in it are just as ignorant. I don't know.
Yeah,
Some
because
people
when
just
when
don't,
COVID
like,
first came, right, what I said was, I said, people are not gonna take COVID seriously until it affects them directly,
Yeah.
and I saw that for
But that's
myself.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
we brought this up in the car as well. We were talking about, I don't know if you saw this TikTok on the timeline about this guy talking about his wife that has stage. She's pretty like sick. She has cancer, pretty much. I don't know what type, but they had to eject her from the hospital because so much of the hospital is
my
taken
God,
up
like,
by all
can
these
you
COVID
imagine?
patients, and a lot of these COVID patients aren't vaccinated.
Oh yes,
So
yes, my mom was telling me about it.
either they're against it or they never bothered to get
Yeah.
it. But they're taking up all this space in these hospitals. People that are actually sick and that actually need medical attention
Can't get it.
are being ejected,
They're
and then
being
here you
yeah.
are talking about, oh, I don't believe this and this and that, and then
And imagine, majority of them are, as you said, all anti-vax people, all
Yeah.
people who don't want to wear masks, this and that. 'Cause
okay,
my mom
well
was-
then sit it out then.
That's what I think.
If
My
it's not
mom,
real.
she was telling me that in the States, right? Guess which party is the most not intoxicated. What's the word? The most
Intoxicated?
No, that's not the word I'm looking for.
Concentrated.
The more
Saturated.
Which part? You said which
I
part?
am having a stroke right now. Guess which party is? Oh my god!
Well,
Fuck.
okay, wait. What are you trying to say?
Party.
The
What kind of
population,
party?
all right. The population of people who are getting COVID the most. Guess which?
The Republicans. Yeah,
That's
the
what I was trying to
rednecks.
say.
I said that rednecks.
Wow, I cannot talk.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
And
Yeah.
of course, and a red state, like I think like Texas or Florida,
Yeah.
I think is a red state.
Yeah.
Any of them? Oh yeah, because
All
they're
antibiotics.
like, darn that damn vaccine. I'm
Yeah,
ready to
yeah,
take it.
yeah.
I'm gonna
No,
shoot
they're
the
like
Negroes
high-key,
all
like,
today. Like I don't like. I just
You talking about
because-
stupid Caymanians?
so
Those
sick
red
of
Oh,
British
those
people.
rednecks, yo, bro.
Talking about
They
a
do
failing
not
education
care. Donald Trump said it's not real. It's not real.
Yeah.
Like okay, like
So do you guys think what the government is doing is right with all the incentives?
Guess
and
what?
all that?
I think it's a lot better because I don't think people realize it.
Yeah.
Government could make this.
See, it's not just me.
It's spreading.
Only you did know. Anyways, government could make this vaccine mandatory if they really wanted to.
Yeah.
But isn't that
Amend-
against a human right? though, I think?
No.
Like, isn't
No,
it-
this goes to
Not
this.
for vaccines already.
No, this goes
We
to another
have
point.
it.
A lot of people are losing their jobs because a lot of their companies are
like,
mandating vaccines.
Yeah.
Like,
Which
if
is
you don't
great.
have the vaccine, you out of here.
Which is
Yeah.
great.
Which I think, I don't know. I'm on the fence about that because it is a personal choice at the end of the day. So I ain't like.
But then
it's a bit weird.
because
but at the same time,
the reason why I'm so against I was for the personal choice thing, but then I thought about it and I was like, yo, I have friends who I know personally who got COVID and they did not leave their house.
yeah.
But like they were
It's other
cautious
ignorant
and-
people,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. This
And-
whole COVID
yeah.
thing it's not about what you do, it's about what other people
I'm
do.
trying to get this fucking
It's
thing
true.
over with.
That's
yeah,
what
and it's like we might never make it out. Like to be honest with you, we might never make it out.
I think it's gonna be another 2-3 years
Girl, I
2-3
I
years.
don't
Yeah,
think
just
people-
like-
You got more hope than me.
if it goes away.
Yeah.
But like
Adapt
this is,
to the
I don't think people realize that the point of the vaccine, number one, no vaccine that you have is 100%
Yeah.
The efficacy of
Did
the
you
vaccine
know
is
that
not
you could still catch COVID? Yes.
Hell yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
See,
But it's not gonna kill me.
It's not as bad.
Exactly.
But it's not gonna kill me.
But
You
you still
understand?
get flu.
The
You
thing
took
is-
the flu shot.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The thing, right, is that if I get COVID now, I know the chances of me having to be hospitalized for it are
low.
very low.
Very low.
Right? That's the thing. We don't want no more people dying from this
Yeah.
thing. I don't understand. We
They're
don't understand
overthinking it, I
difficult to like grasp about that. But there's that, and there's also then the chances that if I have the vaccine, you all have the vaccine, the chances of us getting COVID to begin with are already lower
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah.
And it's like people, I think part of the mentality is like they also don't want to get it because it almost is, it is still that idea of like that doesn't really do anything for me, or they think like that because it does do more for the community and the population than it does for you, even though you do reap the benefit of not having to be hospitalized and most likely not dying from it, right?
But then you
have
have
that.
those that believe that COVID not even real to begin
Yeah.
with.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
and
that's
when
why
they
that's
catch
even
when they
so
catch
vaccinated.
it,
It's something that they don't
they need to stay at the hospital.
Process of elimination.
I think so.
Natural selection.
natural selection.
I
Yeah.
kid you
Yeah,
not.
that
I heard
process
this
of
Some
story.
people just need catch it.
I kid you not. I heard this story on the radio
Maybe
of
if
one
that is your
idiot.
calling, like
Yeah.
I can't say no.
I kid you not, I heard a story on the radio of like one idiot in Colorado. He wanted to prove that COVID was not real. So my boy decided to lick, he went to one of the grocery stores, he decided to lick the
remember
doorknob,
this.
he decided to lick the car,
Fool.
he decided to lick anything
race,
that
what
carries germs.
You know what break? You know.
Wait, what?
I said, what race? I said, I didn't know.
I'm child.
I know.
You know.
You know,
Spell it out for
dog.
you.
As soon
It
as
was
she said-
little Timmy.
As soon as she said lick, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, black people not licking around
Listen,
themselves.
alright, and guess what he caught? COVID.
And
so,
dropped
you know, my thing
Ventilator,
is, it's
begging
harder
for
to even
ventilator.
get people who don't even believe that the virus itself is real to even get them vaccinated, and we will be in this way longer. And again, going back to the rednecks, they're the biggest ones that don't believe that it's real.
I think the contrast
So,
between how when we were all in lockdown, how people were screaming for the vaccine, and then now when we have the vaccine, how many people are protesting
Humans
against
just don't
it.
want
That's when they. That's I wish. You know what, yo? I wish we had the vaccine when we were in lockdown.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because everybody.
Everybody wanted
Get it.
out. Everybody wanted. So what?
But not
government should
everyone's
do?
comfortable. You see,
They should lock Cayman down and say, okay, if you want to leave your house, take the vaccine.
some people will,
That's what they
some-
should do.
but then there's people that think that we're just sheep because when they see people react badly to the vaccine, because that's what kind of worried
We
them.
already
Why
sheep.
they take it.
We all leave work at 5 o'clock. We already sheep.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ship a sail. All your arguments, if
Tell
you've
us
been
to come in
there,
at 8 and leave at 5, like who gave that rule?
Do people understand what a vaccine is?
they don't.
Any vaccine you take gonna make you sick in some kind of way because it is literally introducing the virus.
It's a
to
foreign
your
thing to your body.
That is what a
Yes.
vaccine is. It has the virus in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is the vaccine.
No, they're
So
looking at it
of
as supposed to be
course
some kind of cure or something. No,
No,
sweetie.
nobody said we had the cure. Nobody said that. This isn't the cure. It can help us get out of this.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's like, it's not the cure. There's no cure for COVID. You gotta wait
What
it
I
out.
think is messed up too. I just saw this thing got posted on an article, and like in America now, they're saying like they can basically arrest you or give you a fine for not taking the
Oh,
vaccine.
jeez.
See,
Oh, they
see
should
now
do
they're
that.
taking to the extra.
They so
side.
over.
I
They
don't
want
think
this
that's
COVID to be
okay.
done.
I think but they want it to be done. That's what. Because
They won't get out of this. You won't get out of this.
Yeah, I think.
And I think
I'm out of
I
this.
think
I'm
they're
here. I'm out of
calm
this.
to
somewhat
Yeah.
forces people. That somewhat make people not want to take it too, because you can post this and then you're gonna be like, oh, this law was here from 1905, because that's literally what it said, and then like the whole list
Oh,
thing.
like they're
So it's making
amendments.
people look at it like, yo, why didn't we know about this? Why is
Yeah.
it now and why is it 1905?
And
Like,
that's fair, I guess. But like,
Also, it would. Are you saying that it feels more conspiracy as
Yeah,
to why
like-
they think we're sheep? Or
Yeah, why
we're
all of
a
sudden-
experiments
We
with
are
guinea
a sheep
pigs.
like us.
that's why I'm saying all of us leave
You
our
pay a
work at
bill?
5
You pay a bill
to
for
just
it?
stay in traffic.
well, in terms of capitalism,
You
it's too late.
go
Just take the
my
fucking
groceries?
vaccine.
Yes, she.
So do you
If it
guys?
were up to me, I wouldn't do anything.
That's a whole type's favorite thing to say.
Somebody would have to heard me, okay?
Yeah.
All right. No.
So you guys all
If it
think that government should make vaccine mandatory?
Yeah. Oh well, sorry, don't.
Or well, all right, let's go one by one. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence.
I think if
Yeah.
y'all want,
Same.
okay, maybe not a full yes. I think that more information needs to
Yes.
be put out, and that people should be willing though, instead of like automatically believing one thing or thinking one thing because this is what things are like here. Take the time to look into it. It is so important that you take the time
For sure.
to make your own decision.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want to feel like a sheep, you know what the best thing to do is? Research.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
look, make the decision for yourself.
But then
right?
some people
But
can't
then-
read like what we're talking about.
Oh
No.
my god.
Oh, it all circles back. No, but a lot of people aren't
Or they
even
take
paying
their
attention
news
to
on social
medical
media.
professionals because
Yeah.
they're part of the government, and the government is trying to kill them.
But I
or
have a
whatever.
quick question.
Why?
So they're trying to be cut off from society
No,
all of a
I think
sudden.
the government put a hit out on you, and that they.
That's what I'm
targeted you
saying.
to get
Like,
the
why are
vaccine.
you
Like,
so
What
wrapped
makes
up
you
in
so
yourself?
special?
Wait, but I have a quick question.
main
though.
character syndrome, bro.
Like,
Facts.
Did that not make
Facts.
you guys worry when you heard that people were dying or fainting from the vaccine? Like, just
But
certain
it's
things.
also
like,
things
just-
that
I definitely didn't take it seriously at
I
first.
automatically thought people gonna react to it differently. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the same symptoms with the sun, so
Don't kill me. Don't kill me, please.
But it's
Don't
like-
kill me.
There's always gonna be
Like-
side effects
Yeah,
from any
but
vaccine.
Yes.
also you gotta think of the way that the media is framing these things. They're gonna report it like it was because of the vaccine. They're not gonna tell you about the specifics of that person, what underlying health issues they had, the
Oh, yeah,
circumstances.
For sure.
Well, she had
Exactly.
Bro,
she
the
had
same-
person.
the same news anchors telling you not to take the vaccine are the same ones who have the vaccine.
Yes, but
This
it's
whole
their
thing's a
job.
scam.
Listen,
Politicians, all that.
Yeah.
They never had the vaccine and they
And
know
then you
that.
have
They
those
know
people
their
that
job.
don't believe in the government too. Like they feel like everything is a scam.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, life is a scam.
I mean, I agree everything is a scam, but like you can't pick out this one instance where all of a sudden you believe in being
Yeah,
scammed.
like why all of
If
us?
that's
are-
the case, you gotta be
Where was the
consistent.
uproar with Ebola, swine flu,
Yeah.
SARS, all
It's
the
not
stuff.
the first
like, where was all
rodeo.
of this?
Like,
I saw a post yesterday that said they can't wait for the Cayman government to start deporting any expats
I
who
saw
don't
that
take the
today, too.
vaccine.
I'm sorry.
And I was just like, that is.
I agree with that. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, let's say if they want alcohol entitled.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anybody who should be acting entitled towards the vaccine, the last person it should be is
Is a person.
Yeah.
Come here.
well, I
Yeah,
mean,
come
come
on,
on, don't bring
control
your
the
disease
thing.
self here.
That's why they're
Please
bringing
don't.
the permit people in.
No, but then it kind of ties back to what Anna had said earlier that they're gonna choose who they
Yep.
do the bracelet quarantine. Like
that still never
that's
made
gonna
no
make
sense.
it worse.
So basically, government is being selective about who they give the
based on what?
child.
It's the, I can explain it. It's the selective traveler thing, not the selective traveler thing, the secure traveler thing. If you're considered a secure traveler,
What the hell does that mean?
listen, I'm about to explain it. We just moved into phase 2 of our reopening plan, right? What that entails now is that vaccinated individuals have a 5-day quarantine instead of a 10-day quarantine.
Mhm.
Additionally, on top of that, if they're now identifying travelers differently, people who are coming to Cayman differently. And if you've ever, like I know because I'm about to travel, so I know what this looks like, but the Travel Time website where you have to go and register as someone who's coming to the country, there are 3 categories that you can select. One, you're a traveler, so you're someone who is coming into the country. You're an occupant, so you're someone who lives in the place wherever someone is quarantining, you there already. Or you're an owner, you're somebody who owns the place where these
Okay.
people are coming, right?
I see.
So the traveler then is just anybody who is entering the country. My family is about to be travelers. My dad and my grandma, they're about to be travelers because even though they're Caymanians or whatever, they're residents or whatever, they're leaving and they're traveling back, right? So they're travelers. So now government is going to categorize travelers into people who are just travelers and then into people who are like secure travelers.
Mhm.
Those secure travelers are automatically given like, they're not gonna, I don't want to say they're not going to pay as much attention to it. I think that's my own bias, but these are people that you're essentially going to trust more. And these are people
Under what category? Sorry?
in the secured
Secure.
traveler.
No,
And
but I mean,
how they're determining it.
yeah.
They're going to determine it by saying, one, if you were vaccinated by HSA, so if you got your vaccinated here in Cayman, or if your vaccination can be electronically verified, and I don't know through what database or how they're actually going to do that, but that's what they said. So I gotta listen. Well, no, but I don't know how they do it. Anyways, those are 2 things. So if they can electronically verify your vaccine, or if you got your vaccine here. That's what makes you a secure traveler. Secure travelers don't have to wear no tracking device. Do we see the problem?
Yeah,
People
because
was
I could
already
still-
leaving from before this.
I
So
could
there-
still take the virus. I could take the virus to someone who isn't vaccinated, and I start
but
the whole
but the
pandemic
problem
again.
is they're saying, don't worry about it. We just trust you.
What?
We are just trust
So
that
scrap
you
the
know
whole-
the
Right there, you see them enforcers buying up some
Yeah.
rubbish.
Right. So
Wow.
this is what I think the dangerous part of reopening is, and why we need to be very careful when we do it. We don't have the health and medical infrastructure to handle if COVID really got here.
Yeah.
We don't have it.
Yeah.
What Chrissy Tomlinson Health City and Georgetown Hospital?
They
Not enough.
big.
It's
So
good.
then
It's
what?
good, but it's not.
The chances in states with COVID, but it came on too small.
It's
That
too
was-
small. We're too tiny.
That's why I don't want to open up. I can't even.
That's
I
why I
don't-
am at where we stand now, I don't really know if I'm a fan of this whole we open up.
Before
No, it's out of
Christmas, I
desperation.
said, huh?
Before
Pure desperation.
Like, what are they
They
doing?
canceling Christmas, we not having that.
That's why I
again.
say
You
right
look
there we
at
in
that.
lockdown again.
Oh my god, you
No
canceling
presents.
during
It's a
Christmas
gamble.
Where everybody won't come travel. Everybody getting cold up in their country, so they won't come travel. Nice little small island.
Go and
Wor-
freeze
worst
up
part of the year,
because
honestly.
you're not bringing disease.
But then-
And then again, they're so entitled.
Yeah.
Plus that even.
Oh, have you
Back
seen
to
the
back to
comments
the
on
wave running
Facebook?
thing, like, the
Stop.
wave running
Oh
with
my
the
God.
Oh yeah.
Like, bro,
Oh
like
my
people
gosh, I
coming
made a
and saying,
mistake.
oh, like,
Let her go.
why can't we come in your country?
Americans will cuss you out
Yeah.
about why
Wait,
they
my
can come into
favorite
your
thing is
country.
crazy.
It's Cayman. The world is gonna forget about you. You still
That's
fucking
fine.
fucking-
You're just mad because you can't afford to
Forget.
come here.
You coming back here?
It's okay,
Stop.
man.
You still want to get here,
And it's
so
the
I don't.
Karens
That's what they
about
find
it.
out.
Yeah.
'cause you want
It'd be
to
like-
Oh, it's the Karens,
Oh,
bro.
it's the Karens.
Sick.
Sick
It's
in
like
your head.
people like,
Karens and
oh my
Bobs.
god, man.
What do
They're
you
bombed
think
because they
about-
want to have a vacation so goddamn bad. It's
Yeah.
like,
What do you think
Is it
about
that
that whole
serious?
thing of people who getting their vaccines out of Cayman can't come
I
into Cayman?
understand. I trust it
I'm
because
not sure
people
if I'm-
forging
It dep-
vaccination cards. Are you
oh
kidding me?
yeah, that whole thing
No,
too.
but I mean people. So there was someone on Twitter who was vaccinated, and she said that she couldn't come back because it wasn't HSA.
But I understand.
But
They should have explained
didn't
that
we get
one.
but didn't we
Yeah,
get
I didn't even
Pfizer
think
from
about
the
that.
Oh,
UK?
that happened to my
But didn't we get
that happened to my
Pfizer from
friend.
the UK? That's why I'm so confused. We got Pfizer from the UK. There's Moderna and then there's
Child, I
Pfizer.
didn't
Yeah,
know
but that's
difference.
because people can.
But
People,
you
you
can
can literally walk
prove
on the
it
street and
here.
buy your card and be
Yeah.
like one vaccinated.
people
But the reason why I said
$500
No,
for a
I didn't
the
vaccination
reason
card
why I
before they
said
just go
Cayman
get the free
should
vaccine.
broadcast the whole. They should broadcast the whole
Wild.
thing about if you get it overseas, you can.
But that
Like,
just the thing
yeah.
is, people mad at that, but that just happened. Like they just have decided
Yeah.
when this whole thing with the fake vaccination cards and stuff
Wow.
got big. Like that just happened. This wasn't something that was going on from weeks and
Months,
weeks
yeah.
ago. This is
Yeah.
fresh.
I mean, it
People were
was,
making
but it
jokes
wasn't
about it,
as
but-
big. It wasn't.
yeah,
as
big.
I know, but yeah, I mean that this is not something that was like on their radar.
Yeah.
So it's like people were mad over KMAS and stuff when the restrictions came out, but like this is
That was a
also-
joke thing too. We
this
should talk
also
about
weird.
Yeah,
that.
'cause I joined it. I joined the same
You
way.
know why it's still. You know why it's
I
still
joined the
weird?
same way. Like,
You know why it's still weird? My friend that was in New York, like before he came back down, they literally told him like they basically like emailed. I'm not sure how they contacted him, but they contacted him basically like, all right, take the vaccine so that
You can come back.
you can come back and not quarantine for the 14 days. And then he comes back,
And it did never.
and then they're like, oh, you have to quarantine for the 14 days because you didn't get it here. And it's like,
What?
make your mind up.
Yeah.
When people messed
Yeah.
up, then you would buy the fake vaccination card for your hundreds of dollars. Instead, you just go get
And put other people at
Some
risk.
chick got suspended from her university because they found out.
good.
Who?
They should expel
Some
her.
girl on TikTok.
Oh.
She got
Worst idea of my life. I don't think about that. That's embarrassing.
Child.
Get rid of her.
It was her privilege that made her get suspended.
You sure
Yeah.
she's college educated? I don't think so.
Same.
But back to KMAS, that was a joke
Yeah.
I didn't
So in the
understand.
That
beginning,
was a
so I was
joke
standing by
I didn't
Mario
go, but-
thing.
with-
Wait, hold on. Let's start from the beginning.
Oh
so
yeah.
Oh my god.
before KMAS, right, they sent out an email saying, all right, we're gonna have two groups, group one here, group two here. You cannot mix between the two groups. On the Saturday morning, we're all gonna get vaccinated bands. We're gonna get a band per band and band per group. So vaccinated band per group, and then the day of now, or no, also in the email, right? They said people who aren't in the parade cannot come into the parade. I was like, good luck trying to arrange
Could you
that
wait
one
so
now.
people
That
lined
didn't
up
work.
on the road?
Bruh,
That didn't work.
someone
That
messaged me saying how much police out here. I told them,
How much?
tell me why I saw them 5 minutes later inside the parade with us. I was like, what? The only thing the bands contributed was the
To
alcohol.
get it. Oh.
Like, cause they had separate alcohol trucks, right? So I couldn't get. I was with for a cause, so I couldn't get alcohol. I couldn't get alcohol from party
Big
animals.
or whatever.
Yeah, that was the only thing
It's
about it.
segregated. on the
Yeah.
block. Yo, I can't
Because they
do
were like,
that.
oh, we're gonna have non-vaccinated people not be allowed to come in the thing. We're gonna
There
have
wasn't monitoring
police
that.
brigade, all this kind of
Police
stuff.
brigade.
How can you monitor that?
Like, it
Well,
was
like,
impossible. That's why when I
How
saw
many
the
people
email,
are you gonna lock up?
that's what I'm saying. Like, you
Well,
can't lock all of
that's
them
what I'm
off.
saying. And as the spectator, because I was standing by Mario, and then we joined eventually because I think we missed yours because we just
Bruh,
couldn't find it. But me and my best
everybody
friend, we joined
joined.
eventually. And well, no, before I think when it got to party animals, they were super strict about like the police or even some of the people that were part of the band. They're like they did that and we were like, oh, because I had hugged my friend. And he was like,
Yeah.
uh-uh. So I was like, man. And then close around the end, like when it ended, we decided to follow you guys to the beach, and police were out there. They saw us in there, And my best friend was like, Brittany, aren't we doing this illegally? I said, girl, what are you gonna do now? Everybody too drunk to even listen.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why I said it was a joke thing.
It was a
because
joke.
you,
That's impossible.
bro, Caymans and then
What
on
were
top of
the
the
fines?
block,
What were the
Caymans,
fines?
you want, huh?
Were there even fines? Or they just said
No,
don't join it?
I don't even
Oh, they
know.
just said don't do it, and then that's
Yeah.
it.
Bro,
But-
They said
no COVID in Cayman.
But guess what my argument?
Oh.
But guess what my argument would be? I
You might
am
not be able
actually
to
fully
say that in a
vaccinated.
couple
I'm just
weeks.
not in the parade.
In a
But
couple
I am
weeks,
fully
you'll be
vaccinated and I
able to
have
say there's no
proof.
COVID. 'Cause
So if they want to
when
arrest me, be like, I actually am fully
Yeah,
vaccinated.
no, but it was a joke
just to
thing.
show, I love it the most when the people who see things happening in Cayman be like, I don't see one person with a mask on.
I
It's
know,
like,
they're so, like-
people like you down
They're so
here.
stuck in their hell. They don't know
Like,
what the fuck going on.
These people are
They're
not
so stuck in their
socially
house.
distanced.
Like,
Okay, like-
go social distance your mama. Like,
Were they socially distanced at the Lollapalooza thing, that big old concert? They like
bruh,
connect.
the whole
They
of Cayman
socially
time
Rolling
was
loud,
there.
rolling loud.
Ramino, I
Yo,
said what's so COVID on
Ramino.
a break right now? They went spring break, like.
Spring break time.
And then everyone came back like, oh my god, these numbers, they're rising.
What do you
I
think?
think next time we talk about cancel culture crap too.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
we
a
can do
good
that
one,
next
yeah.
week. Let me.
Oh, I was gonna bring up one more point. I think it's so funny because everyone knows like the versus thing, right?
Mm.
So it
Yeah.
started off as like a lockdown thing, like everyone's in
Yeah.
lockdown, so we're gonna like do this thing obviously from our homes, and now it's a super spreader event. Like
What
there's like
is
audience
it?
numbers.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, the
When
versus
did they start
battle.
holding
Yeah.
the artists accountable? That's my question.
Yeah.
Not the artists, the promoters and the people. that-
Promoters,
The artists
Swizz,
too.
Tim, all of them.
No,
They
but like speaking of what was it? They just had Lollapalooza, right?
Yo,
Yeah.
that would
When we gonna start being like, yo, why the fuck did you perform at that?
Yeah.
That's my question, because there's people.
'Cause
that
people are coming to
perform
see
that.
them,
There
yeah.
are people that performed at that I am like a fan of, and I'm like, what the fuck did you?
I would
do?
not.
getting paid.
I would not.
Yeah.
But why would you?
Money
Like,
don't
no, but
sleep.
think about where we at. Like, think about the global state of affairs.
Child, make that money and die. Like, they bought a business for you.
They said y'all over there. I'm
They
up here.
said, fuck Anna, I get in my bag, Anna could get sick.
I'm gonna rap my little song.
And then he has his doctors on standby and his security. Don't business, but
Reason why
yo.
it's iffy, I would say it's back to the whole like they're being ignorant.
Yeah.
And then like they're promote like you have the promoters organizing these events, but then it's like think about it in like the artists level. Like they're rich, but they still have bills, and their bills cost way more.
They
than
can
us.
still make money.
Yeah,
I know that, but like
Yeah.
you're not gonna turn down 200K just to go. perform
Me
in front
must
of
turn down
idiots.
200K. You
You're
sick?
not gonna for a walkthrough. You're not gonna turn that down. You and your people are going on a stage.
Right there, shocking driving on the stage.
That's why I
I
feel a little bit bad for the baby, a little bit bad because his pockets got hit. He was dropped from like 4 or 5.
I feel like they're doing too much though. We can talk
But
about
he-
that
Fire
now.
for him, bro.
Because,
Fire for him.
but
Nah, I feel like he do.
but
they
no,
do
90%
too
of me
much,
is
though.
like you didn't have to say all that.
No, alright,
I
yeah.
never heard all of it.
Because
I never heard
alright, so
Thank you
wait,
for coming to my concert. Bye now,
Wait,
and then
so-
get off the stage.
wait, you know the situation, Zara?
Jiving? Huh?
You know the situation?
Yeah.
Alright, can you explain it to them?
Wait,
to the
no, I
camera?
don't know it like
Wait,
that.
Alright, so
wait,
long
wait,
story
wait,
short.
wait, wait.
Alright, so
Put on
huh?
the spot.
No, this is the same one.
The baby.
This was it. Yeah, so basically the baby got cancelled because at the end of his concert he said if you're not sucking dick, put your hand up in the air. If you're not HIV
HIV
positive,
positive,
yeah, or none of that. And I was just
Why
like,
the fuck would
A
you
lot,
Why would you
a lot
say
of,
that?
a lot
Like-
of people
But
caught
how
straight.
did they
Stop it.
tie that to the LGBT? Because I saw them getting upset.
because they
What
were
did he
saying
say
if
about
you
that?
weren't,
Oh,
he
but-
basically was saying that if you suck in dick or if you take a dick in your ass that you get HIV.
But-
There's women that
You
they're
know what I
straight.
And he
mean?
doubled down
No,
after
no,
that
yeah.
too.
I can
We
honestly
know
say
that.
the
He
reason.
never
I
did
can
that.
also say the reason why I think he said that too. Like if you really and truly check back, like the whole Rolling Loud and what happens at Rolling Loud, like when they keep Rolling Loud in Miami, literally the herpes and
Oh, yeah,
HIV
same at
rates,
Coachella.
It literally
Same at
shoots
Coachella
up
as well.
because people, bro, you can be here partying and you have someone sucking. dick
Oh
beside
yes,
you.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, it's
so
the
that's
same
what he
at
was
these
saying,
music
you know. So he was
festivals,
basically
Coachella's
his
bad.
argument was that he wasn't talking about the sexual
His
orientation.
PRT's argument.
Or okay, yeah,
That's
yeah, okay, yeah.
PRT's argument.
True, he wasn't talking about their sexual
working
orientation, but they were talking about the
Sure.
activity.
But,
Yeah,
it's,
but
but it was
that's-
still
but
an
not-
insensitive thing to
Oh,
say
yeah,
to people
for
that do have
Yeah,
AIDS.
and so as I said, fire
Oh, yeah,
for him.
for sure.
Yeah.
That's why I said I was like, who wakes up end thinks about that. Like, why was that the first thing?
That was such a weird.
Why
like,
did no one cut off the
the
microphone?
mic was not mine. Like, it just
Okay,
was.
let's drop the lights. Like,
No, but I feel like they're doing too much.
where was that one intern? I was like, this is a
No,
bad
you
idea.
know why? Because these corporations and these brands are going to lose money if he steps
But
back.
I feel
because
like
a large part of their audiences are LGBTQ.
no, but
But I
this is
just,
why.
I just
and
don't get how that
into it
tied
to
into
get promoted.
LGBTQ because did he specifically say gay people?
Like, like from the perspective, it is
From time you said
inherently
sucking dick.
homophobic.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
but women do.
No, I
straight
know,
couples
I
do
know,
that.
but
That's what I'm so
in
confused.
this year where you know
You have
this
to
is
be careful what you
politically
say, I guess.
a politically sensitive
Especially
subject,
in
you should have shut the fuck up.
it was so unprovoked.
Yeah, no, that, but it was like, where did I even come
Where,
from?
that's what I say.
Shit like
Why
that.
was that the first thing on your mind?
Well, thanks for coming to my show, as you said.
Yeah,
Good
thank
night.
you.
Shouldn't have money because now look at you. Now you stupid and you about to be broke.
No, you stop it, Andrew.
It's a wrap. He's not
Biggest
coming back
struggle.
for
Double
another 10 years.
homicide, you stupid and bro.
Hold on.
Him. I think I also can say this too. The whole him getting dropped from the concerts, it's a bandwagon thing due to the fact that
100%.
It's probably not genuine.
you
That's-
really should have like rich like gay people or whatever, and basically they would literally be like, all right, how much are you gonna pay him? And to not get him perform, I'll give
Oh
you
yeah,
this. Like, you
for
literally
sure.
like that.
Could be.
For sure.
Could be.
Why
Behind
would
the scenes
somebody
people
like
are
that
happening.
doing your-
No, but that's why
Yeah.
I said they're doing too much because I feel like education is the most important thing, and that's my thing against.
When he write his own statement, we can educate him.
He's
But
a
he don't
grown
get
No,
it.
but I'm not even just talking about the situation. Right? This might be another podcast, so I can keep it short. But this is my thing against cancel culture is that they're so worried about canceling you and taking away everything you have just because of
just
something that you
educating.
said, rather than
No,
educating you on why you did something wrong, so that you can learn from it. Because
Yes.
like that
Him,
girl
he
comment
don't
you
hear
Yeah.
made,
it
that
out and
person
builds
went-
up.
I think it's case by case. I
So,
think
okay.
when people take accountability for what, like, they may have said something,
Genuine accountability.
Yeah.
from
He's
left
not
field,
genuine.
It's his PR team.
but
That's what I said.
I'm
but
gonna
with,
use two
with a case like the
examples.
baby, he doubled down several times after the fact. He was not apologizing,
Yeah,
or he
yeah.
gave a fake
Because
apology.
It's that ego, like that black
Yeah,
ego,
yes,
like, I'm not
yes.
apologizing. Like,
Yes.
okay, well,
But when
lose
you
your money.
talk about cancel culture, I do think there are some cases where people genuinely take accountability for something they
Yeah,
said
for sure.
in freaking 209 BC. You know what I mean? They said it like a long time ago, and then everyone's like, "Oh, you said this
Bring
back
up,
then,"
yeah.
and it was like,
Like,
and I would be like, "Yeah, that was a shitty thing to say, and I'm
but
sorry that I
was
said that."
I was immature about that.
But then they're still canceled.
But then there's part to me like what sir is you says case by case, like when Camila Cabello, whatever her stupid name is,
Yeah.
when she talked
Oh,
down
yeah,
on
that's
my
different. I don't like her.
Normani girl, I didn't know it's being come
she
on
had
now,
she had a whole page full of
you were being
racism
racist.
jokes. That was deliberate. You out of here.
Yeah.
She could
Like,
have
come
ruined
on
her career
now.
alone by that video she posted. Like, I don't know.
Oh my god.
oh
she's
my
hideous.
god, that one of her. I was like, yo, drops.
Billie Eilish.
No,
Why did she?
Camila,
cry?
she posted one TikTok, right?
Why did she? Do
And
that?
it was
The
just
most
the worst
unflattering
video
angle.
I ever seen in my life.
Why did she do that?
Like, she was like, blah, 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 blah.
Oh my god. They said, did she look like a big mouth character? And I felt out.
Racist, I didn't
Bro.
leave her out.
Oh my
But yeah, the reason why against cancel culture too, like if you really look into it, it's literally white people putting black people against each other. How
That's
many
another
people getting
aspect.
canceled?
Oh yeah.
What do you mean? Wait,
No,
wait,
that's
elaborate.
true.
No, elaborate. I don't understand.
It's
The whole,
basically-
back to the whole background scenes, like when you see like old people getting cancelled and whatever, like really and truly, like I don't know if you guys do it, but sometimes I do when I have free time. I would literally
That's
go in
what I wanted
comments
to do.
and click stuff, and then if you realize the people trying to cancel these people, it's literally white people.
Yeah. Because like,
Wait,
Okay.
I just say my point because I know I'm gonna be out here
Okay.
because I leave in next week, right? So,
Okay.
with that, I think it depends the way you look at it. Depends on what kind of circles you run in as and what kind of media you consume, what kind of people you follow and stuff like that. Because if you look at YouTube, bare white people getting canceled.
Yeah, like
yeah, but
all
it's
and all
not.
that.
But they're
So James
considered.
Charles, he gets canceled and come back the next
Yes.
week. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's what.
Jeffree
But
Star,
like
all
the
them.
Shane Dawson.
No, but all right, but look at Nick Cannon.
Yeah, it's
Look
like
at Nick
you
Cannon.
like spray raid on them, and then they're somehow back in the next couple
Yeah,
months.
but look
I
at Nick
don't know.
Cannon. You know,
That
Gay people
Tory
have
is the
Kevin Hart
first
canceled
black
to this
person I see
day.
come back from that.
you the only
Tory
one.
is the
That whole
first
thing,
black
but
person.
did he shoot her? Did he not? Well, she's still twerking, so clearly she's fine.
Bruh,
I mean,
no,
it's
but
just
back
like-
to
Nobody heard nothing since.
and nobody. Like,
back
nobody
to what you
talks
said
about
about the white people
Well,
making
no,
black
but
people
I'm
fight,
not
right?
for that,
Yeah,
though.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
So wait, so what's your point? Because black people did cancel.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say. So Nick Cannon, right? He was on a
That baby
podcast.
maker?
He was on a
Nick fucking
That baby
he was,
maker?
no, but he was on a podcast with somebody, right? And I cannot remember what the conversation was
He,
about.
this
But
one he was saying
Breakfast
the
Club?
anti-Semitic things.
that thing, and he was talking facts. Them white people never like that, bro.
Yeah.
They canceled that
Meghan
whole.
and
Oh yeah,
Bro,
did he lose Wild 'N Out?
he lost everything, bro.
I remember that. Yeah, that was
Big
different.
time.
Oh, he got it back. Yeah, that was
yeah.
different. Yeah,
Yeah, but that
I mean, he
goes
been
back to
wild
what he was
since,
saying.
but that made that was
Because if white people or that head
Higher
white
ups, yeah.
people don't like what
The
you say, they
1%.
will cancel you.
yeah.
They,
Cancel
Worse if
all
you
the
black, you
way.
out of here.
Yeah.
You done.
Yeah.
Oh
Gone,
yeah.
gone, gone.
Do you think that by the last point? But do you think that by the baby saying what he said, it comes from like being grown up in the hood?
That's what I said. That's
A
what
lot
I
of people
said.
said,
I
think
"Oh,
ignorance.
he's a southern black man and a rapper,
black
so you
man,
don't."
rapper.
But I feel like it circles back to
You
what
don't
I
want a
said.
pretty
This
boy
climate that we're
around
in now,
here.
and you've been in
Yeah.
in this industry long enough to know there's some shit you don't say.
Like, I'm
Whether you thinking
sorry.
about
It
look
was
at
so
Boozy,
loud, though.
look at Boozy. Boozy
Yo,
been talking out the
Boozy be
ass for how
saying-
long? Take
Boozy
notes
be
from
saying
him.
all around
Don't follow
things.
him.
It comes back to
Boosie
them
be
being
saying all
ignorant.
around things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I said.
Yeah.
back to environment.
But again, education. You
Yeah.
cannot just be canceling ignorant people without trying to educate them.
But do they want to be educated?
But yeah, that's the thing.
But then
Some
that's-
people don't change.
But you won't know unless
After
you
he
try
said
to
that the
educate
second-
them.
Alright, so
Third-
how
The
we
father
gonna
didn't want to
educate him now?
apologize.
Huh?
How we gonna educate him
The
now?
father
You have a
didn't
whole
want to
PR
apologize.
team?
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah.
It's not their job.
Who wrote his apology, by the way?
Exactly.
The
That's
fact
what
that he
I
didn't even
said.
want to apologize proves he don't want to be educated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think
I think it was
he's
very
like,
prideful.
No, but if it was somebody
This is the last,
no.
but for right now, he done.
I don't think it's that, because when Kevin Hart got canceled, right, he was
Yeah, I was
on the
gonna talk
same
about that.
wave because he
Yeah.
never.
Counsel for what?
What did he get?
Everybody getting
He
canceled.
got canceled for.
He has some tweets from 2009 being homophobic.
Yeah, basically.
Or homophobic
And,
jokes.
and his argument was he said it long ago,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
he's
yeah.
not sorry
And
for.
it was a different time. And
Yeah,
people didn't
but
care
that was
about
what he
that.
said. No, his original argument was, I said it long ago. That's not who I am now. Take me or leave it. And people were canceling him
That was
because
dumb. 'cause
He lost the Oscars.
he lost a lot of
Oh,
shit
yeah.
because of
No,
that.
didn't he step
No, like
down?
he was supposed to host, and
Yeah,
they were
he
like,
stepped
"No,
down,
you can't,
yeah.
unless you apologize or some shit."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, but my point is, some people are just ignorant and stand on who they are first, without somebody being close with them, telling them to. Yeah, I know. This is the last thing for sure. And I was watching his documentary, and he was saying that the reason why he realized what he was doing was wrong is because one of his close workers was homophobic, and I mean not homophobic, was
Homosexual.
Yeah, homosexual, and not because they were feeling hurt by it, but because people they knew was being hurt by it. So I think again with the whole the baby thing, you asked why or no, you asked how can we educate him? It literally has to be somebody close to him
Yeah.
that he resonates with, that he sees being hurt by it, that says, okay, now I understand where you're coming from. And it's the same thing with government, back to the whole not even government, it's the whole
the
vaccine thing. Yeah,
yeah.
it goes back to
Full
that.
circle.
People will not take the whole vaccine thing or will not take the coronavirus thing serious until it affects
Until it
them.
hits someone.
The rest.
them or
So,
someone that they.
I mean, not to be bad mind, but I hope all these anti-vax people
Get what? Get
Gotta
what
go.
coming.
get coming natural selection. But yeah,
That's the crux of it.
Yay.
Thank you for listening.
Thank
The
you.
orange.
yeah. See you guys next week.
Yay.